Ethan, I want to start today's episode with a scene that many of our listeners know very well. Imagine this. You've studied English for years. You know grammar rules. You know vocabulary. You've watched lessons, read books, even passed exams. And now you're standing in a cafe. The cashier smiles and asks, "What would you like?" And suddenly, your mind goes blank. Not empty because you don't know English, empty because you're scared. Why does this happen?
That moment right there, Emma, that's what I call the silent barrier. It's the invisible wall between knowing English and using English. People think the problem is vocabulary or grammar, but it's not. The real problem is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, fear of that awkward silence after you say something wrong.
Exactly. And here's the sad part. Most people blame themselves. They think, "I'm bad at languages," or "I'll never be fluent." But the truth is, they were trained the wrong way.
Traditional English education focuses on correctness, not confidence. It teaches people how English works, but not how English lives. And language is alive. It's messy, it's imperfect, it's human.
And that's why today's topic is so important. Because for the first time in history, learners don't have to face this fear alone. The judgment era of language learning is ending.
We're entering the era of AI-powered learning, where practice is private, mistakes are safe, and confidence grows naturally.
So if you've ever felt stuck, shy, or frustrated with English, this episode is for you. Welcome to Learn English with AI. Before we talk about tools, apps, or AI, we need to understand something deeper. Why does speaking English feel 10 times harder than reading or listening? You can read an article and understand it. You can listen to your teacher and follow along. But when it's time to speak, everything falls apart. Why?
Because speaking is live performance. When you're reading, your brain is relaxed. You control the speed. You can stop. You can think. You can translate. But speaking is happening right now. Your brain has to create ideas, translate them, choose vocabulary, check grammar, monitor pronunciation, control your accent, all at the same time. That's mental overload.
And now let's add another layer. Social pressure. You're not just speaking, you're speaking in front of classmates, colleagues, customers, interviewers, people. And humans fear judgment more than mistakes.
Exactly. Many learners don't freeze because they don't know English. They freeze because their brain says, "What if I sound stupid? What if they laugh? What if I'm wrong?" So the brain chooses silence because silence feels safe.
And unfortunately, schools often make this worse. Students are corrected publicly. Mistakes are highlighted. Grades are attached to speaking. So learners learn one dangerous lesson. Mistakes are bad.
But in real language learning, mistakes are not the enemy. Silence is.
Let's talk about something many people don't realize. Traditional English learning was designed for tests, not for life.
Exactly. Textbooks focus on grammar accuracy, vocabulary lists, fill in the blanks. But real conversations don't ask you, choose the correct tense. They ask you, can you express yourself?
And here's the irony. Many learners know advanced grammar, but can't introduce themselves confidently. They can explain the present perfect tense, but can't order food naturally.
That's because they're stuck in the textbook trap. They learned English as information, not as communication. Language is not a subject, it's a skill. You don't learn swimming by reading about water. You learn by getting in the pool.
And most learners were never given a safe pool. They were thrown into cold water, with people watching and correcting every splash. No wonder they stopped trying. Now, let's talk about the game changer. Artificial intelligence. And no, you don't need to be technical to use it.
Think of AI as a super patient conversation partner, one that never judges, never interrupts, never gets tired, never makes you feel stupid. You can pause. You can repeat. You can ask the same question again and again, and AI will respond with the same calm tone every time.
This creates something revolutionary, a zero-stress learning zone. No grades, no embarrassment, no pressure, just you and practice.
And confidence grows fastest in safe environments. That's why children learn languages so easily. They're not afraid to sound silly. AI gives adults that same freedom again.
Let's clear a big misunderstanding. Learning English with AI does not mean talking to a cold robot.
Not at all. AI today understands context, tone, intent. You can say, I don't understand this. Explain it simply. Give me daily examples. And it adapts instantly.
You can even choose personalities. You can say, be my friendly teacher, be my strict interviewer, be my casual American friend. This makes learning fun.
And when learning is fun, consistency becomes easy.
Speaking English is hard, not because you're weak, but because you were trained in fear.
AI changes the environment, and when the environment changes, results change.
We'll show you how to speak confidently using AI, the shadowing technique, role-playing real-life situations, how to train your ears for real English.
This is where English becomes natural.
You're not bad at English. You were just never given a safe way to practice speaking.
And now that we've talked about why people get stuck, it's time to talk about how they move forward. This is the part where English stops being a subject and starts becoming a skill you can actually use.
Ethan, almost every message we receive includes the same request. I understand English, but I can't speak fluently. I know the words, but I hesitate. My pronunciation is weak. What do you tell them?
I tell them this. Fluency is not about knowing more words. It's about training your mouth and ears together. And one of the most powerful tools for this is AI shadowing.
Let's break it down step by step, because this is gold.
Step 1. Ask the AI to say a sentence clearly and naturally.
Step 2. Listen carefully, not just to the words, but to rhythm, stress, intonation.
Step 3. Repeat the sentence out loud immediately after the AI.
Step 4. Record yourself.
Step 5. Ask the AI to compare your pronunciation with the original.
And the magic is in the feedback. AI doesn't just say wrong, it says, this word needs more stress. Your th sound is soft. You paused unnaturally here. That level of detail used to cost a lot of money.
Exactly. Actors and diplomats use shadowing. Now you can use it at home, in your room, without embarrassment.
And here's something important. You don't need long sentences. Even 10 minutes a day with short, natural sentences can completely change your speech over time. Consistency beats intensity. One of my favorite things about AI is role play, because fear often comes from the unknown.
Exactly. When people say, I'm scared to speak English, what they really mean is, I don't know what will happen. AI removes that fear.
You can practice situations like job interviews, office meetings, talking to customers, making friends, traveling, even small talk.
And the best part? You can make it difficult on purpose. You can say, be a fast-speaking interviewer, be a rude customer, be a confused tourist.
This prepares you for real-world English, not classroom English. You learn how to react, not just respond.
And when the real situation happens, your brain says, I've been here before. Confidence replaces fear.
Let's talk about a big breakthrough moment. Thinking in English. Most learners translate in their head. That slows everything down.
AI helps break that habit. Here's how. Instead of asking, what does this mean in my language? Ask, how would a native speaker say this?
You can describe your idea in simple English, even if it's broken. The AI understands your intention and responds with natural English. Over time, your brain stops translating. It starts patterning.
This is how real fluency really grows, not through memorization, but through exposure and usage.
Let's be honest. Movies, podcasts, native speakers, they talk fast.
That's because real English is messy. People reduce words, use slang, connect sounds, skip grammar. Teachers don't speak like that.
This is where AI becomes your listening coach. You can take any content and ask, summarize this slowly, explain the slang, give me the main ideas first.
Then you listen again, this time with understanding. This builds confidence without frustration.
People often ask, how much time do I need?
The answer is simple, 15 to 20 minutes a day. But it must be active.
Here's a simple daily routine. 5 minutes shadowing, 5 minutes role play, 5 minutes listening practice. That's it.
Consistency builds confidence, not perfection.
We showed you how to speak with AI, practice real situations, train pronunciation, improve listening naturally.
We'll complete the journey. We'll talk about writing with AI the right way, the golden rule of AI learning, can AI replace teachers, and how to stay motivated long-term.
This is where everything comes together.
Don't stop now.
So far, we've talked about fear, confidence, speaking, listening, and real-life practice. If you've stayed with us this far, one thing should be clear. You can speak English. You just needed the right environment.
And now, in this final part, we're going to complete the picture. We'll talk about writing with AI the right way, the most important rule you must never forget, whether AI can replace teachers, and how to stay motivated for the long run. This is where everything comes together.
Ethan, let's talk about writing. Most people already use AI for emails, messages, or assignments. But are they really learning from it?
Usually not much. Most learners use AI like a spell check machine. They paste text, click fix, and send it. That's fast, but it doesn't build skill.
So how should learners use AI for writing?
By asking why. Instead of saying, fix this email, say, explain every change you make. Is this polite or too direct? How would a native speaker say this? Now, AI becomes a teacher, not a shortcut.
And writing is powerful because it slows language down. You see structure, you see tone, you see mistakes clearly.
Exactly. Writing with explanation builds awareness, and awareness builds confidence.
Now, we need to talk about something very important, a warning.
Yes, because AI is powerful, but power can be misused. Here is the golden rule. AI shows the path. You do the walking. If you let AI think, speak, and write for you, your brain stays lazy.
AI should support effort, not replace it. Use AI to brainstorm ideas in English, practice speaking safely, get feedback, improve clarity. But don't let it steal your thinking.
The learners who grow fastest are the ones who interact with AI, not hide behind it.
This is a big question. People ask us all the time, will English teachers disappear?
Short answer? No. Long answer, AI and humans do different things. AI gives unlimited practice, instant feedback, 24/7 availability. Humans give emotional support, cultural understanding, motivation, and inspiration.
Think of it like a gym. AI is the equipment. The teacher is the personal trainer. You get the best results when you use both.
AI removes fear. Teachers add meaning. Together, they create fluency.
Let's be honest, motivation is not always strong. Some days you feel excited, other days you feel tired.
That's normal. Fluency doesn't come from motivation, it comes from systems. Here are 3 rules. 1. Short sessions beat long ones. 15 minutes daily is better than 3 hours once a week. 2. Progress beats perfection. Mistakes mean growth. 3. English must connect to your life. Use it for work, hobbies, interests, not just study.
And celebrate small wins. Your first confident sentence, your first conversation without fear, your first time thinking in English. These moments matter.
Here's something powerful. Fluency starts when you stop saying, I am learning English, and start saying, I use English.
You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You need courage. And today, that courage is supported by technology.
For the first time in history, confidence is affordable, private, and always available. English is no longer controlled by fear.
As we close today's episode, remember this. Fluency is not about knowing every word. It's about expressing what's in your heart and mind.
And today, you have something previous generations didn't. A safe partner, a patient listener, an AI that helps you practice without judgment.
Be kind to yourself, be consistent, and trust the process.
If this episode helped you, subscribe to English Learning Easy.
And comment below with this sentence, equals, I am taking control of my English with AI. We want to see who is starting this journey with us.
We're proud of you.
See you in the next episode.